Welcome back everyone to Lore of the Shadow, where I am approaching the line of fear, where I could see all of these watching stones up ahead that gave so much trouble to the rangers. And now I'm expected to get through these, because I know that they were just inhabited by fell spirits that I can easily defeat. So what's there to fear, right? I guess we'll find out in a moment. The Ramas de Luon. Yeah, I'll just walk in here as if there was nothing to dread. Well, maybe a slight +5 dread in there. Let's make that a 4. Alright, so a little bit of dread, but I can make my way through it without too much trouble, right? See? Nothing to worry about whatsoever. Now, let's go and find that dwarven outpost and see if they have any word on what happened to the rangers. This might be the place. I guess there's one way to find out. Just head on in and find out if there are any dwarves in the area. The place certainly isn't hospitable, but there's a great deal of rock here, and I know that dwarves can do wonders with rock and stone and all of that. I just hope that there isn't a drake at the end of this or anything like that. Oh, well. That looks like something that is built by dwarves. Gabble Shother. Well, definitely dwarves. Guards, make ready! We may be attacked at any moment. No, don't worry. I'm not an attacker.
What do you need?
Ochere and the Orleans camp and Forthnear. Alright, fine. How about making this a new milestone location? Let's see, where is... I missed it! Oh well. Guess I'll just tag up, and then I will speak to the rangers. Let's see, which... Actually, we'll do that for now. Well, I found a ranger. I guess that's progress.
I'm sorry. Did you need something?
Who are you? If you are not a servant of the Shadow of Angmar, how then did you get past the Ramas de Luon and not perish? Coroner sent you? That is joyous news. Your coming is a trump of victory to us. Trump of victory. Okay. Never heard that word used quite that way before.
Will you hear my sorrows?
It's a pity that Cornir could not steel his heart against the watchers of the Ramas de Luon. The power of the watching stones is terrible. Many of the hillmen tried to flee back through the Ramas de Luon and perished. We marched on. But ere we ever came unto Cardoom, we were beset by orcs and creatures most terrible. Golidir was lost, and our numbers were scattered. The scarce remnant that remains has barely managed to avoid the snares of the enemy for these last few years, but I fear that Angmar has grown too strong, and we will not be able to hide forever. I have learned that one party of my kindred is encamped in a place called Forthnear, far to the north on the eastern reaches of TitanBar. Go to them, if you would, and lend them what aid you may. Alright, so I need to go up to Forthnear. And I think I'm going to go there directly, rather than do all the quests in this area, because I know I have a long road ahead for finishing up Volume 1, and I think that'd be more than enough in order to get me up to 50. And I don't want to outlevel Warrior before I even get there. I thought of at least one reason why I may need to do some of the quests in this area, and that's because in order to use the Stable Master properly, I'm going to need to get at least acquaintance standing with this group. So maybe I'll have to do a few quests in order to get acquaintance standing and enough to unlock the rep clickies. That is, of course, unless the epic story gives me some rep for them. Hello there.
What can I do for you?
You've come from Cornier by way of Brygar? Welcome then, and well met. Indeed, we have need of your aid. These last few years have been seen as nearly vanquished, but it is not for me to tell you of our woes. You should enter within and speak with Lorniel, Guladir's daughter. Alright, I guess she should know something about this. Now, what does this do?
Stay a moment.
Help from the south. Oh no, I think I'll skip that one. It looks like I found a ranger camp.
Could I speak with you a moment?
Level 49.
Stay a moment.
Level 49. Yeah, it may be a little bit of a challenge. Alright, let's see. I guess this would be the better place to use. What does he need?
Might I take a moment of your time?
Well, I may have to take level 49 quests based on what I'm seeing in here. Well, let's see if I can find Lorniel. Actually, which way is Lorniel's room? See, this is... well, that's Guladir's room. And actually... how about... this one? Ah, that's Lairdon's room. I'm making pretty poor guesses, aren't I? And finally, this is... oh, Lorniel's room. Okay. I've got to the conclusion that this is all written back before they had phasing, so they wound up locking them in rooms in order to
Might I take
be
a
able
moment of
to
your
phase
time?
the story in and out instead. Oh well, now let's speak to Lorniel. I had thought they would be using phasing, but I mean, going in and out of place. Maybe they lock the doors once you get past a certain point. It's been long and difficult here without my father's guiding hand. Or
How
maybe,
can I be of service?
or maybe they've changed it since the original and that they turned this directly. I do not believe the good fortune alone brings you hither, my good hobbit. Come, we have much to speak about. All right, and what do we need to speak about?
Might I take a moment of your time?
If you came from Brygar, I have no doubt that you heard that my father was lost. He was indeed lost to us, but I don't believe that he's been slain. I've heard reports that our allies that he has taken captive and is being held within the dungeons of Carn Dûm. One such ally, a sympathetic hillman from the hostile eastern tribes named Rachnal, claims that he has acquired a scroll from the libraries of Carn Dûm that tells how to gain access to the city. If you would meet Rachnal and obtain the scroll from him, it would be a tremendous step towards freeing my father from the clutches of the enemy. But be wary though, he will be waiting just south of Baal Kolthrach, a hillman village which lies to the southwest of Gothforthnier. Most of the hillmen there are in the service of the Iron Crown, of course. Are they from the Trevdudadyne or another sympathetic to Angmar tribe in the area? What does she
Could
need
I
me
speak
to
with you a moment?
defeat Bats and Marival? You know, I might as well take that one. I may need to get some... it is worth some rep, isn't it? Yes, alright. Increased reputation with the council. Only 500 points. Well, fortunately I'm only looking for acquaintance in this. And you need me to
Could I speak with you a moment?
collect Agram staves. I might have to do that eventually. Stamping out
Would
the
you do
end.
something for me?
No, I am not going after Gorthrog flayers, but under any circumstance.
Might I take a moment of your time?
Defeat Bogbert's broodings. 1 of 10. I'll take it, but I'm probably not going to finish it.
Would you do something for me?
Collect Angrim Banner. Well, we'll see how many of them I actually do. Oh, and he actually has a solo quest
Could I
now.
speak with you a moment?
Collect broken swords from Angren and collect broken crossbows. Well, alright. And that was only a 48 instead of a 49. That's closer to my level. Alright, now let's head on out. See what I can do. I will emphasize the quests that I can do while heading to and from the various epic story parts. I may have to go out of my way for a couple of them in order to gain the rep that I need, but I'm hoping not to travel too much out of my way, and I've always found this a weird place to go under. There's rather probably not good quality water. It's certainly better than some of the water in Karn Doom, though. That's for sure. Now, let's see. I guess somewhere in this direction? Yes, that's where the quest arrow is sending me. I'm not too sure this is accurate. Oh, okay. Oh, hold on. Now that's what I call getting turned around. There are spiders, though, along the way. Such as that one. Level 49. Well, I guess that explains why the quest is level 49. Well. That spider isn't in that quest. Alright. But I do remember there being a quest for bats. But what I forgot was that the bats like to stun you. Alright, defeated bats in Himbar. And I also will have to kill some Marival most likely. At least if I want to complete this quest. Defeat matrons, lurkers, and creepers. Right. Oh. But this is related to the one we had to kill broodlings, and the broodlings, I believe, are way off in another area that I was hoping not to head into at the moment. But there's always a possibility that I would someday. But it looks like I'm going to have to find a few bats here and there, and probably a few Marival, considering that the quest does name them. But for the time being, it's heading my way towards this hillman who is sympathetic to our cause. At least I hope. I guess. Is it this way around? Once again, the ridge comes to foil me from quickly getting to my quest. Let's try to protect myself from being stunned again, since we know that these bats have a precedent for attempting to do that. Ooh, Marival, level 50, signature. And I gotta kill 5 of these? Oh well, let's see if I can do something about that. It should at least be worth a few points of XP then. Oh, I only have to kill 3 of them. Ah, well. That makes it easier, I guess. But that means finding 2 more of them. Now, is that the Hillman village in question. Now, it doesn't look like a Hillman village. It looks more like a Angrim village. But we can deal with that later. I think this is our contact. Alright, here we go. Hello there?
The Trave Galorg are surrounded by enemies.
I know that. You were sent here by the woman from the south? Here, take this scroll. My people are suspicious. I must go at once. The Merva have seen you. I must flee. Oh, the Merva. Oh. Okay. Well, I guess that's one more I can deal with. That's right. Stun them first. Ah. Now, if I can find just one more of those, I could actually have a quest that's completed. I didn't find the last of the Moravop. I did find a Trev Duverdine. Are Bloodseers needed in any of the quests? Apparently not. While I was fighting here, I noticed that the Rip Clickies, they require things like finishing up, present yourself to the chieftain, which is good, as well as Cranog's challenge. So, yeah, and these require they're worth 700 points. And all they need is Cranog's challenge, which is part of the FemQuest line. So we've already done it. I was afraid that I would have to come up with some rather arduous quest to do or something like this, and it's a quest that I always do any case. Ah, that was nice of them. Well, it looks like I've got 2 quests done in this area then? Well, I guess we'll go and report back. I took care of those Marival and those bats.
What can I do for you?
You alone accomplished what we could not, Pine Lore. We are so few in numbers, and without Gullidir to guide us, we fear the worst. I can only hope that you possess the spirit to face even greater threats. There must be one that leads these Marival to the doorstep.
Might I take a moment of your time?
Well, that, though, is probably a little further than I'll be able to do. Well, let's speak to Lorneo. I have the scroll.
What can I do for you?
You found him? Ah! So that's the scroll that he told us to see.
Stay a moment.
I fear we may have been deceived, Pine Lore, for this scroll is written in black speech, and may say nothing of value. I can't say, for black speech is not a tongue with which I am familiar. Even so, I would know what it says. Perhaps the elf Laredin may have some proficiency in this writing. He's an old friend of my father's, and is here in Gothforthnear. Take the scroll to him, and ask him his opinion. If it may help to free my father, then we must learn what secrets it has. Alright, fine. I will speak to Laredin. Ah! This must be Laredin. Hello there.
My heart cannot sing today.
Alas, but I have never taken the time to learn the cruel mutterings of the orcs. I have no desire to speak with them by any means save the sword. If this scroll did indeed come from Carndum, Elrond Halfelven may have an interest in it, and he assuredly knows the black speech. Go to Rivendell and seek out the master of the last homely house, if you would know the answer to your riddle. Bring it to Elrond. Hello there, sir. I was sent here by Lorneo and Laredin to get this translated.
Will you lend me your aid once more?
Let me get this. You were sent here by the daughter of Goladir and by the elf Laredin? What a strange fate has brought you hither! The shadow of Angmar has grown with the shadow of the east. Give me the scroll. I will unravel this mystery for you. All right? Well, let's find out what's inside it.
Will you lend me your aid once more?
Lorniel's hopes were not wholly in vain, for the scroll does indeed reveal a way to pass the gates of Carndum. The scroll tells of a special key needed, forged of a dire black iron found only in the foul pits of Angmar, and the secrets of its crafting. I believe such a key could be made of mithril, for the strength of Moria silver may overcome whatever resistance the lock may give. Unfortunately, we have not mithril to use. Perhaps you should seek the aid of Lord Dwalin in Thorn's Hall in Ered Luin. The dwarves know the best the secrets of mithril. It is they who you should speak with. I have transcribed the contents of the scroll into Westron. The dwarves should have no difficulty in reading that. Alright, fine. Will we be able to find some mithril? Will we be able to get a ring to enter into Carndum? We have to find that out in the next episode of Lore of the Shadow.